Viewers, you're onto one of your favorite programs brought to you courtesy of Anambra State Internal Revenue Service. It is Tax Insight Monday. But today is a special edition of Tax Insight Monday because we have a sister agency from Zamfara Internal Revenue Service coming to pay us a courtesy visit and understudy with respect to our informal sector. And we have one of their tech representatives and technical assistant to the chairman, Zamfara Internal Revenue Service, in the person of Mr. Muhammad Saleem. I have him in the studio with me, and he'll be telling us how he has felt with the visit and a bit of what they do at ZIRS. So stay with us. So viewers, this is our special edition. We have ZIRS in the studio. They arrived just 2 days ago on an understudy visit with respect to our informal sector. You know, in the last 2 years plus, with the help of Mr. Governor, the ARS have been trying to deploy technologies that could help us make the best of our informal sector with respect to TransPay, e-ticketing, and some of the technologies that we are warming up to deploy fully at the market. So the ZIRS said there must be something good that the ARS is doing, and we might need to just come and check them out. So the person who is representing over 10 people who are on this courtesy visit is Mr. Muhammad Saleem. And I was just saying backstage that before he leaves this beautiful state, we're going to give him a native name.
No problem.
Yeah, Mr. Saleem. Yeah, we would like one. So we're going to put it out there and say, look at him with the level of his handsomeness and gentility. What do you think is going to be the best Igbo name for him? And people will start going, Chukwemeka and all of those
I would
things.
like to see that poll.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to make it cool. So you're welcome.
Thank you very
much. We're happy to have you. 2 days ago, the chairman, ARS, Dr. Greg Ezeilo, mentioned that you guys were going to be here. And every single one of us were quite excited because more like first in history. What we know is that other chairmen will pay courtesy visit or greeting visit to the chairman, but never has it been a time where a whole IRS will dress up and pull up a team to visit to say, we want to come and see how you are doing a certain thing better. For me, it is an applaud on the side of Mr. Governor of Anambra State and the leading person here at ARS, Dr. Greg Ezeilo, and your own chairman too, because I mean, we are constantly in the learning process. Yeah. If you feel that you know it all, then there might not be any need for you to learn anything. I learned that it was spanning out of the last meeting that they had at JTB when she said, oh no, some of the things that you're doing with respect to your informal sector is worth understudying and emulating. We also have to give her that kudos for, letting her team come to Anambra to visit us. So you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So far, so good. We've been here for about 2 days or so. So how has it been? How do you find our state?
First and foremost, I think I love Anambra. In fact, I was talking to someone that was taking us around, and I was telling him that I would love to come back here. Just for a tour, not for work this time.
Yes, just to look around.
Yeah. So Anambra is beautiful. I've not been to Anambra before. This is like my first time.
Yeah.
So the impression that I had about Anambra people, I think it's correct because I work with an Anambra lady. Her name is Cynthia, and she has always been lovely.
Real?
Yes. So when I came here, I was like, oh, so all of you guys are just the same.
So in fact, I'm sure that very soon we're going to get like a bell in the studio. When they say something so nice, we just we're happy to have that feedback.
Thank you.
But honestly, perception, public perception. Maybe somebody had one time bad experience and it just spreads around. So it gives that impression that,
No, but there's always one impression about Igbo people that is, I think it's correct, which is the fact that you guys are on your money. And that's why we're here. That's why you guys are getting what you're getting right here.
Yes, exactly.
On your money.
We're on our money. That's very true too.
Yeah.
Yes, undeniably. That's very true. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
With respect to the understudy now, proper. I know that there was a session with the chairman ARS yesterday, an extensive session, took you guys on the informal sector process that we've had.
Yeah.
So what is your impression of that? Okay, given that we moved from, let's say, barely 100 million, to close to 500 million from the informal sector.
So first and foremost, the idea of digitizing the entire process in the informal sector makes a lot of sense, and it's something that we've discussed internally at ZIRS a lot of time. But now, how to bring that idea into light was a problem. So the fact that you guys are getting it right here with technology is a lot.
Yeah.
And so when he was giving us the background study to the entire
How we
how
started.
it started and all of those. It makes a lot of sense. I see the thought in it. I see how he, just from daily conversations that he had with people,
Yeah.
was able to conceptualize the entire idea of revolutionizing the informal sector here in Anambra.
Yeah.
So the whole process, it's something that we too want to more or less adapt, because our
Yeah.
peculiarity in Zamfara State is quite different from what you guys have in Anambra. But
Absolutely.
we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot that we want to adopt, and also a little bit that we would like to change from our own state.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very impressed by what
Yeah.
you guys have done here.
Thank
I think
you.
my team too are very, very, very impressed. In fact, we've been in constant conversation with people back home, giving them what we already have.
Okay.
We're not even waiting to go back to Zamfara. No,
To begin.
we are having constant communication with our team back home, telling them that, oh,
Impressive.
this is what we've learned from here. This you guys should start preparing. When we come down, we need to have a roundtable meet and discuss how to move forward. We're not just here for tour. This is
No,
not
no, no,
sports
this is-
visit. This
yeah.
is official visit. This is for work.
Yeah.
So we are always on our game too. We're not evil guys, but I think we behave like evil guys down there.
Honestly, with the spirit. You have just come to have a touch of what it means for one, Igbo people, two, working with technology and trying to advance things.
Yeah.
Again, we must say that the governor of this state have very strong emphasis on technology, on everything technology. Because with that, nobody is going to be accused, nobody is going to be aggrieved, nobody is going to be bitter about maltreatment. Technology will not maltreat you. It is whatever you give it. So he's been preaching it, and at a point, it's like compulsory. If you check our land administration in Anambra, it's fully automated. You can, from anywhere in the world, check the status of your property in Anambra and you get your full details. You can even make some transactions online across other MDAs that are gradually pushing to make sure that their processes and procedures are are advancing with technology. Now, the honest truth is, people will always say that the grass is greener on the other side. Right? There's that saying that where I am now, where the two of us are.
It could be a misconception.
Yeah, people will look at it and say, no,
That's the
I
saying.
think we're better off maybe in Abuja or, within the CNN media. But it's never true.
Yeah.
For us, the rule is, or rather the saying is, it is greener where we are. I'm happy that the ZIRS has come on this visit. That is a clear indication that there is something good that Anambra is doing. And you have also said that there is something good that we are doing. And that was what motivated your chairman to say, no, go and check them out. And you have equally seen that of a truth. That technology that we're deploying in the informal sector is moving. Now, why is there so much emphasis in informal sector in Anambra? It's simply for the fact that informal sector accounts for almost 70% of our economy. Anambra has one of the largest markets in West Africa, if not the largest markets in West Africa. And majority of the operations there are informal. So the best thing is not to harass our people. And if you check the rating of ease of doing business, Anambra is on the top 10 of ease of doing business states in Nigeria. And that is also given to the fact that we're not trying to push our people as much as, a lot of them are in business. They are not so having a formal structure or educated. But you have said something interesting. You are not completely going to go and copy exactly what Anambra is doing, simply for the fact that there are some uniqueness in Zamfara. So speak to our people what the current informal sector situation is in Zamfara, right? And given the knowledge that you have now, what you can do differently. Because again, we also want to put the Zamfara state and IRS on the spotlight.
Okay, so currently the informal sector in Zamfara State is, so we're in the process of digitizing the informal sector. We have some technology in place, technology such as OSOFT. So
OSOFT.
Yes, so we use OSOFT both for the market collection and also for the road transport workers collection. But again, you could have a technology and the process is not backing the technology, and the policies too are not backing the technology. One of the things that we came here to learn is not just about your technology, it's more or less the processes that you put in place that enable that technology. And we've seen a lot of processes that you guys have. We've seen yesterday your chairman was showing us the enforcement team, the way they dress, the education that they have to go through before they become enforcers and all of that. And we'll see that, okay, yeah, there's a lot of things here that we could copy. There's a lot of things here that we could adopt. And so we understand our problem. Our problem is processes. And to some larger extent, I think from what we've learned here, we could go back home and put a better processes. And also in our technology, we've seen areas where we need to improve. Because for your road transport workers now, we always have this problem of um, transport workers. How do we know when they are out? Understand? We don't want to overtax them. We don't want to do double taxation, but we also want to, based on the law, we want to give them the tax that they are supposed to pay.
Yeah.
You understand? So for that reason, it became a problem.
Yeah, we used to have that issue before.
Exactly. So it's something that we have to think about. But when we came here, we saw how you guys were able to solve that problem using technology. And it's one of the things, one of the feedback that we're taking back home, saying that, oh, this problem, there's a solution. But the problem now, can we implement that? That's another question that I'd like to ask. Because I see I asked the ARS chairman yesterday a question about how that was implemented and the process.
The implementation process.
Yes. So I understand that it could be a bit hard for us, but I also understand that when you guys started, it was hard for you.
Yes.
And that's what the EC told me. It was a bit hard for you.
It was.
When you put your leg down, like, I want this because at the end of the day, it has the greater good. You understand? And so I think that's what we too are going to do. We're going to stick with what have the greater good for our people.
Yeah.
You understand? And at the end of the day, I feel like Zamfara people are always ready to support the government. The present governor has been helpful to the people of Zamfara. So everybody understands.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that.
Yes, there's a lot of development going on in Zamfara. Zamfara is no longer living in the dark ages. We are now competing with the likes of Anambra.
Yes.
Right now, in the areas of health sector, in the areas of education,
really?
a lot. We have one of the best hospitals around. You understand? There's nothing you cannot do in Zamfara State right now. So the citizens are saying that, the people in Zamfara are saying that they know their governor, they know that he meant well. In fact, he made tax collection a lot easier for us. People don't fight with us anymore because they're able to relate with what their money is doing. So we understand now. It's now left to us to make it a lot easier for them to comply, and that's what we are here to do. Oh,
awesome. I mean, this is one of the best versions or best edition of our Tax Inside Monday, because as you're saying it, in the last 2.5 years, we've been pushing our people, we're pushing our staff, and it looks like we're pushing too hard. But I'm sure somehow they're happy now that really some people are watching, and people are seeing that the good work is being done. Even our brothers and sisters, when they come home, they commend us and say, no, this is not the impression I get when I'm in another city. I mean, Anambra has grown, and there's this slogan where we use, may Anambra continue to win, because we believe that we're a work in progress. We're not a completed project already. So where you meet us here, if you come back in the next 1-2 years, you're certainly going to be, you see better advancement and improvement, even with collection. We are targeting 100 billion. So we have a long journey to go, but it's interesting that your agency is here, and we're happy, to be collaborating on this project. So
thank you for hosting us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So viewers, we're going to go on a quick break. Don't worry, we're not removing him from the studio yet. I know you're enjoying the conversation. So when we come back, you will continue to enjoy this interaction. Stay with us. So viewers, you're welcome back from that short break. This is still Tax Inside Monday. I call it special edition. We're just very happy and excited about the experiences that we are having here in ARS and our sister agency, ZIRS. Remember that we promised you that you get a free chance to come on this program if your taxes are up to date and you have at least 1 or 2 people that are working for you as a business. That shows that you're intentionally trying to take our youth of the streets to give them a gainful employment. So if you're a business owner, we promise you free marketing and advertisement. We're not going to charge you for it. If you're an individual, you have 1 or 2 things to sell, this platform is for you as well. The honest truth is that the ARS is not intended and not interested in taxing zero income or low poverty or whatever it is. We're encouraging our economy to thrive so that people can seamlessly comply with their tax obligations. I still have with me in the studio Mr. Muhammad Saleem. And let me not tell you what happened backstage. We presented him with options because it seems like he has tested Ofako, he has tested some things. just arriving 2 days ago from Zamfara. This young man has eaten almost more than 4 of our dishes.
Yeah.
And he said he thinks that he wants to go by the name Chinedu. So we have Mr. Muhammad Saleem Chinedu still in the studio. He hasn't left us.
Thank you very much.
In fact, it's so interesting that you guys are here, and I'm more than happy because we've been putting in the work. You know, our people, yes, they commend us. There's no doubt that they commend us. But, you know, when a completely total stranger who is not your tribe or something says, oh no, what you're doing is what understudying or emulating, then we must be applauded.
Yeah.
And your agency must be applauded as well.
Yeah.
I think one of the other things I need to do is to try and see if I can pay a visit to see your chairman, given that she's a female.
Yeah.
I mean, in the whole of the 36 state IRSs and the FCT, maybe the women are just 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So she's one of the strong power forces.
Yeah, she's very strong.
Yeah, within the revenue.
When she came into Zamfara State, yeah,
as the chairman, yes,
she came with a mindset of reform.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the reform that we're doing right now. So it's that mindset of reform. She came in, and I remember before she came in, people usually stroll into the office around 12. You understand, and leave by 1, 2. But when she came in, people started coming to work around 9. You understand? They used to see her like, this one, is she not tired? Will she not just rest? Just give us this meeting, let's just rest. You two go and rest. Nah, she's not like that. Like, she came with the mindset of work. She wanted to work, and she was just, it's all work every day.
Wow, so we must give her that special shout out. Special shout out to you, the chairman, Zamfara Internal Revenue Service. You see the good work you're doing in Zamfara. And your own people have even said the revenue has moved from a certain place to where it is now, and she's not relenting or moving it forward. Kudos to you, madam. We're going to try to pay you another visit just to say hello to you. Okay, so back to you, Mr. Mohammed. A few things have gone on in the last 2 days that you're here. So I'm sure that you are still looking forward to some other things which are based on the demands of ZIRS.
Yes. So, you know, we came here to understudy your informal sector. So that's what we've been doing. But aside that, we've looked at other sectors that we saw we could also learn a little bit from those other sectors. But the informal sector specifically. So like today now, I think one of our itinerary is to visit some of the transport workers checkpoints. So we see how your H code work and your T code work, and how you guys are able to collect from both transport workers. And also we're going to go to some market and see how how things work out there. So for us, we've listened to a lot of theories. For me, I've seen it live, I've seen it practically, but also we want to go there
deep in, have that personal experience.
Yeah, we want to use those devices ourselves. We want to be enforcers for you.
That would be so nice.
We want to be enforcers for you.
That would be so nice.
That's what is going to happen today. We're going to go out with your team and have the experiences, interact with your own taxpayers, and see how they respond.
Awesome. Hopefully our people are going to give you even deeper, better experience. So tell us, somebody said, the ARS have Tax Inside Monday, where we share tax education, provide the platform for our people to come and market their business. It's free. Funnily enough, it's free. We're not going to no adverse placement or anything. Just come, talk about your business. People will patronize you and collaborate with you, because it's one of also the promises that Mr. Governor have said. He said, if you are an indigenous business and you're doing so well, he's going to market it and carry it on his head on your behalf. So we also try to do that here. Right? So, but then you said that you have something similar to what we do, which you call your own
Tax Thursday.
Tax Thursday. So tell our people about that.
Yeah, so Tax Thursday for us is a day of sensitization. So what we do on Tax Thursday is that we go out there, we interact directly with taxpayers, we talk to them, we check their compliance. You understand? Most of them at the end of the day end up paying their tax that particular day.
Wow.
So we talk to them.
And it's every Thursday.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't know what it means to pay tax. So there's a lot of gap when it comes to tax education in Zamfara State, and that was the reason why we took this initiative, to be able to reach out to taxpayers and educate them and make sure they understand what it means to pay their tax, what it means
what is important.
Yes, how to pay their tax, how to object. You understand? We tell them how to object. We told it's not so for us. It's not to overburden our taxpayers. No, we want them to understand what they are doing. We want them to. This is like a more or less symbiotic relationship between us and our taxpayers. You understand? So there's nothing to hide from our taxpayer, and so we create that understanding and that relationship with them is a lot easier for us. Now, if they see any ZIRS staff out there on the street, like, these are our tax people. You understand? They respect us, they like us because they
Wow,
see they
yeah.
are able to relate to what is happening. We're able to sit with them. They tell us their issues, like, okay, this is the reason why I'm unable to pay my tax. This is the
Yeah,
reason
and
why.
you guys are able to
Yes,
resolve it.
we explain it to them. No, this is what this how to do, this how to go about it. You
Yeah.
come to our office, we'll take care of you. You understand?
Yeah.
So we treat our taxpayers as our kings.
They are. But honestly, they are.
Yeah.
Without them, you won't be getting the revenue.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are.
So
So,
yeah.
our people, tell them your last words.
So my last word to Anambra people as Chinedu,
Yes.
as Chinedu is
Yes.
that first of all, kudos to your governor. Respect to him, I say a lot, and also kudos to the EC of AIRS. There's a lot that we've learned in these 2 days. In fact, there's a lot to unpack, and that's why we'll be all of us. If you see us, we're moving with jotters because at every second we are taking down notes.
Awesome.
And so kudos to the EC, to the AIRS, and Anambra people. This is not the last of me. I'm coming back.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
You being in the studio has been completely enjoyable. I must admit. And the chairman equally mentioned, a whole lot of other internal revenue service are headed here.
Yes.
And I mean, this is like our moment.
Yes.
And by all means, we'll continue to intensify the work to make sure that we don't let our people down. So the good message that we're giving the people of Zamfara is that we're sisters, we're brothers. At any time, our doors are always open. And if there are reasons for us to come, even if it's not for anything, just to say hello to you people, we'll do that.
Right.
So viewers, I'm sure that you completely enjoyed this special edition of Tax Inside Monday. Till we come your way again, stay blessed and see you.
Thank you.